Hi guys, we just made a big mistake. Stay tuned to the end of the video to see what happened.
This is what happens when you rush and you don't do your checklist. Got to our location and I was thinking about it and never attached it. Always do your walk around, always do your checklist. So we're back here at Lost Dutchman State Park. Here's our site. Lost Dutchman is a state park with water and 30 and 50 amp power, no sewer. Just like last time we were here, everything here at Lost Dutchman is pretty unlevel because the whole park is built up on the hills. So the RV is actually level, but you can see, just like the last time, how low the front end is. And we went ahead and put leveling jacks in the back so our auto levelers didn't overextend. Got a nice little picnic table here, little fire pit. Still a pretty good view, even from these spots. All right, so this is our grilling setup. We've got a small expert grill. I think I bought it at Walmart. We've got our 2-burner Blackstone grill. We've got about 4 or 5 of these small folding tables. They're about half size. I think they're about 3-4 feet long. I got them from my father. He had a whole garage full of them and didn't need them anymore. So Chris took 2 of them from me and went ahead and mounted some wood across the top and varnished it or whatever, so that way when there's drips from the grills it's not going to ruin the plastic. So I gave him one and I've got the one, and then obviously we just use the regular camp picnic table. What are we going to be grilling? I'll let you know in a second. One of the favorite things I love to grill outside, salmon. On the tin foil, Lareka just seasoned it, throw it on the grill just like this and leave it. It's going to be delicious. Stick it on like that, cover it up, and let it go. We've also got our meat thermometer. Once it looks like it's starting to get done, we'll check the temperature. Salmon is cooked all the way through and done at 145 degrees internal temperature. So we'll check it in a few minutes. And let's see the final result. How's that look? There's Lareka setting up the...
This table is so long. I've never had a table this long. But luckily I have the long thingies. So.
Especially with just 2 of us.
Wow.
So we decided to sit outside tonight.
Well, it's beautiful out. Like, beautiful. So.
Very beautiful. Back in October, we stayed here and we were at one of the sites that just outside the door you just looked over and there was a superstition mountain.
Ooh.
It's got some kick, I know.
No, it's good though.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This trip, no, it's okay. This trip we got one of the pull-through sites, spot number 75. So coming out here, sitting out at the table, we can see the mountain, but we're not, technically right up against it like we were last time. But it's still so beautiful out here. Mm-hmm. We decided to sit outside and grill our salmon and have dinner outside and just enjoy what God created out here.
Advantages to both spots.
Yes.
Because I loved the spot we were in last time is just right in front of us, but you had some sort of like seclusion because your rig was the only one in front of everybody else.
Yeah, your door and your patio, there was nobody next to you.
It's like you just go out and there's the desert and the beautiful mountains.
We'll link that video up here to show you.
So it was awesome. This site is convenient because Kevin literally pulled in the parking lot and just went right in the spot, just drove right on through. So convenient that way. But the view, to me, in my opinion, is just not that great. Sorry, I'm looking around. There are so many people outside because it is just amazing.
Arizona weather is still beautiful in April.
It was a little warm in the day, but once the sun goes down, it's amazing.
Just a couple minutes before 7 p.m., 77 degrees right now, which I will tell you, that's 77 degrees in the city. It's not 77 degrees up here right now. It's supposed to get down into the mid-50s tonight. which will be beautiful, and then tomorrow's high is supposed to be 85. It'll be a little bit of a warmer trip
Well, when we got here,
this time.
the sun was just beating right into the rig. So it was in the 90s in the rig. It was definitely warm. So the airs went on, but they did their job. We don't need it because it's so pretty outside. It's more just the way, the direction the sun hit it. So that's the other thing, you know, sometimes you got to think about. But I don't know. I'm just blessed to be out here, and we haven't been in the rig for about a month and a half now.
Yeah, since
been
the
so
Benson,
busy.
since the trip to Benson and Tombstone where it snowed on us.
So, but just, I don't know. It's good. We got here a day earlier, so Chris and Diane are going to meet up with us tomorrow. But yeah, it just, I don't know. It's so refreshing to see everybody outside and being outside, enjoying the weather.
I was setting up, and there's a bunch of kids on the other side of our RV. They were playing in the street. Anytime a car drove by, they all yelled "car," and they all moved, and it just brought me back to when I was a kid doing that in the neighborhood. I mean, kids nowadays, they don't do that. They're too stuck on video games and phones and stuff. So it is really, really nice to be out here and seeing everybody sitting outside and stuff. I think we're just gonna, after we eat, we're just gonna kick it out here for a while, sit in our new chairs, and maybe have a cocktail and just relax. Maybe. All right, guys, we're gonna let you go, and we're gonna enjoy our dinner. I had a leak coming out of my wet bay this morning. It was coming from this area. I was trying to figure out what it was. I kept changing. I thought all the adapters were leaking. I changed all the adapters. And then I noticed water actually coming out of here, which means it's leaking from a pipe or something back there. Open up the storage bay, and Lareka already cleaned it.
Well, I wiped it, but it's still leaking right there.
So I gotta remove this wall and figure out where the leak's coming from. Fun times. Put this out here in the sun, let it dry.
It actually could be worse.
Yep. You want to know what the mess looks like behind your wall into your wet bay. So right here is where it was spraying. The water was shooting out right the other side where it says tank fill. So unfortunately, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to hook up the water and turn it on and see where it's leaking from. So I figured out the problem. Our city connector in the back here. Totally loose. I think what happened was when I was trying to tighten the valve on the other side, I kept twisting it, and I think I loosened it. So I'm going to tighten the puppy back down, hook up the water hose, see if that helps. All right, I'm going to go turn on the water and see if it works.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good?
Yeah, no leak. I heard a noise, but no leak. No water is coming out.
No leaks?
Nope, I heard a noise, but no water. Right?
Nope. Everything is just still wet. So it's just... All right, so that was the problem. I had just over tightened it from the other side,
just make sure.
and it started loosening up.
You live and you learn. I mean, that's what we're doing. We're learning how to RV and
all right,
fix things.
We're gonna wipe it all down, leave it on for a few minutes, and keep an eye on it. And there we are, buttoned back up like it never even happened. You gotta be prepared to do a little bit of maintenance on your rig, even though it's still covered under warranty and we've only had it for 6 months. That is something I could not let just sit there and not get fixed. So gotta do it yourself.
So we are taking a little hike to the bathrooms.
It's not a little hike. Just saying.
Yeah, if you really have to go potty, don't
You're
take
screwed.
this hike.
Start walking before you have to go to the bathroom.
But we're gonna go take a look at them. They're over more by like the dry camping and stuff, just because most people have what they need over here. So that's where we're going.
what time is it really?
9:30.
So it's pretty accurate, yeah? Pretty neat that sundial's in the shape of a coyote. Dinner was amazing. And now Chris is lighting the fire. All right, so we just dropped off the RV at the storage facility after a 3-day trip to Lost Dutchman State Park here in Apache Junction, Arizona. We made a pretty, I wouldn't say a huge mistake, but a decent mistake on this trip that we wanted to tell you about. Live and learn. We had made these reservations back in October when we were on our last trip to Lost Dutchman.
Well, it was our very first trip ever with the rig. Ever.
Yes.
We were looking at reservations for the future because we liked Lost Dutchman. So we got online and we started looking to see what sites were available for this time of year.
Yes, we had walked around the RV park. We had seen which spots we liked. And back in October, we made reservations for this weekend. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3-night trip, due to come home today. About 2 weeks ago, we decided, hey, let's extend it a day. I went on the website and noticed that our exact site was available for tonight, Tuesday. So I got on the website, edited my reservation, put in the credit card, everything else. Good to go. Done. Now we're going to stay for 4 nights. This morning, Lareka and I were sitting out at the picnic table, having our coffee and, just relaxing, enjoying the morning, when the ranger guy in the little golf cart comes around and he switches out the tags on the little spot on your little your number in front of your RV park. Switches out the numbers and the dates for the next person coming in. And I walked over there and I looked and I'm looking at it and I was like, what is today's date? Because you know how you're camping, sometimes you lose track of dates. And it was switched it out for tomorrow. So I was like, oh, maybe they just did that because they had the one reservation and for 3 days.
So it was like 2 reservations.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I got back here in the truck and I pulled up what they gave me when we checked in, 418.
So mistake number 1, when we got our little tag, we did not check the date.
He handed me the tag and I said, thank you very much. And I threw it on the dashboard and that was the end of it. So I looked at that and I went, this isn't good. So I jumped on my computer, looked at my reservations, looked on my account for Arizona State Parks, April 18th, today. Went through, checked my credit card statement on my bank app to see where I had paid for the extra night. Wasn't paid. Went through, searched all my emails, nothing. The only things we have and the only record we have of anything is back in October, reserved the weekend until 4/18. Made a phone call, called the actual service that takes care of reservations for the park. I'm sorry, sir, I don't know what to tell you. Nothing went through. We have new people coming in and taking up that site starting tonight. We could try to move you to a dry camping spot for 1 night if you'd like. If I'm going to pack the whole rig up and everything else, we're not going to stay 1 more night. And luckily, we're coming back home. This was just a trip to go out and come back home. We decided, the heck with it. We'll just call it an early trip. And we packed up and we left. Lesson to learn. Check your reservations. Check your confirmations. Always make sure you get that confirmation email. Save it in a special folder on my Gmail. I've got a special folder. It says RV Park Reservations. And then once I'm done with that reservation, I actually keep it and then move it to a different folder that says, I think, completed. So I've always got a record of all my
That's
reservations.
why I was shocked, because you are so good about that. And so you must have, when we added, I do remember you telling me, I think you got excited. And we just didn't follow through. And it's not the end of the world. We can make it happen. But even just when we got here, not noticing the tag and the date on that, just some stuff to be aware of, like that we just, and I think as you know, as you go, you kind of learn. So I feel like now when you make reservations, you're going to be so like, okay, let me make sure, because we did it, and it wasn't tragic. Not, you know, we're going home at night early. It's not the end of the world, but just it'll make you think down the road.
Well, what's so ironic was I was sitting out at the table this morning. Lareka was reading a book, and I was actually on the computer confirming the reservations for next weekend. Next weekend we are going to be in Laughlin at Riverside RV Resort, because Lareka and I are going because we're going to see a concert. We're going to go see Brooks and Dunn concert next weekend, and we made the reservations, and I just happened to be looking through my emails. No email. There's no confirmation email. So I called them this morning, and they said, oh, we're sorry, we never sent you an email. You're all confirmed. Here's your confirmation number. Here's your email. And they sent it to me. So it's just very ironic that I was doing that this morning for next week's trip, when we realized that we didn't confirm the trip we were actually on. That puts an end to this weekend at Lost Dutchman. We'll be going full-time in about 5 weeks. I retire in 2.5 weeks, and we go full-time in 5 weeks. Those of you guys that are paying attention to real time, I retire Saturday, May 6th. And we go full-time. We'll be leaving full-time Memorial Day weekend. I'm pretty sure this video is going to be coming out after all that, but just so you know what the real-time dates are.
Yes, and just in case you didn't pick up on, the Suns play tonight. So, and yes, we are very big Suns fans. We are down 1 to the Clippers. I will give Clippers all the credit. Kawhi played amazing. Did exactly what he's supposed to do.
And we did not.
Well, we just we'll step up. Or it's just, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, go Suns.
All right, so this is where we're going to leave you. So do us a favor, if you haven't yet, subscribe for us. Ding that notification bell. It really helps us. We are slowly but surely trying to grow, because as soon as full-time life starts, a lot more great content will be heading your way. We will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Take care.